your body on the kitchen table and move the dishes to the side. Yeah, girl, you always tend to drive me crazy, looking at me with those eyes. Put some music.
Hi guys, hope you're well and welcome back. Today I'm sharing another cleaning video with you, and this is one of my favourite videos to film. It's a spring clean and decorate for spring video, or decorate for Easter, and I'll be getting out all of my Easter decor that I've accumulated over the last few years, plus some new pieces, and popping them out, as well as giving a lot of my downstairs area a thorough deep clean. I've done a lot of the upstairs recently in my recent cleaning video, so I'll leave them linked below for you if you want to check them out, including the master bedroom, the bathrooms, the ensuite. I've done loads of deep cleaning, but down here, especially in the kitchen, I want to get on top of all the units. I want to do the washing machine, the dishwasher, the baseboards, the skirtings. I want to do it all. So today I'm going to be doing that, and then I'm going to be sharing with you how I decorate for Easter. So if you want some ultimate cleaning motivation as well as some inspiration on how to decorate this year, then just continue to watch.
Down low, throw the pillows off the bed, blow the candles out, move your body slow. You got something on your mind, I might try to help you let it.
So I'd love to know if there's any areas of your home that really remind you of spring cleaning as a child, maybe something that you saw your parents cleaning with or other family members, an area of your home. So I always remember that my mum always used to do around Christmas time her chandeliers, and that's something that I always associate with a Christmas clean. But things for me like cleaning the baseboards, cleaning the skirting boards, making sure that obviously I've cleaned on top of all the cupboards and the units and stuff like that. I feel like the kitchen is one of those areas for me that I really associate with spring cleaning, and also the bathrooms, so they need to be clean as well. And I know at this time, as we're going through it at the moment, a lot of us are at home, so I'm really hoping that these videos can help inspire you guys to get up, to get moving, to get cleaning, and hopefully put you in a good mindset. For me, having a tidy home is a tidy mind, and if I come down to a mess of a morning, that will leave me in a really bad place for the day. So I'm really hoping that by producing this content, it can help inspire you guys and really give you a positive start to your day.
The shirt you gave me, 'cause it reminds me of the times when I was down and you were there to save me, telling me that I'll be fine. Put some music on, turn the lights down low, throw the pillows.
Now, I'm actually pretty ashamed of how bad these are on top of the cupboards. However, I feel like I do have a tad bit of an excuse, just because up until the end of summer last year, we were still living on a building site. So that had a massive contribution. We used to open our windows and dust would come flying in. It was awful. The amount of cleaning that I had to do just to keep on top of it on a daily basis was really, really bad. However, this year, obviously, it's nowhere near as bad, but these do need a deep clean. Now, I also wanted to speak to you guys because I know I've mentioned this in the past. However, I do suffer with health anxiety quite badly, and obviously over the last few weeks, with everything that's going on in the world at the moment, this has flared up, and I have done a whole video talking about my health anxiety, just so you guys know that you're not alone, some of the little tips that I have and stuff like that. But I was wondering how you guys are getting on, how you guys are coping. I know for me, it's a bit of a struggle. And I mentioned this to a friend recently, but for me, being in my home, staying home and staying safe is my only kind of controlling method at the moment that's helping me keep on top of my anxiety. But I'd love to know in the comments below if you'd rather me do a video on this and speak with you guys a little bit more about how I'm feeling during this time. And I just want you guys to know that you're not alone. There are quite a lot of us going through this, and I find that by cleaning and by controlling what's coming in my home, where I'm going and stuff like that, it really does help me.
Blow the candles out, move your body slow. You got something on your mind, I'ma try to help you let it go. If you got something on your mind, I'ma try to help you let it go. You got something on your mind, I'ma try to help you let it go. Baby, I'ma try to help you let it go. Oh no. Try to help you let it go.
I'd also really love to know what you guys do when I'm cleaning. Are you guys watching me? Do you listen to audiobooks? That's a massive fan favourite of mine. Do you listen to podcasts? I have been loving podcasts recently and I'm obsessed with some of my favourites. And not only that, another thing that I've been doing, so sometimes I'm on the phone. So I think throughout this whole video, I'm on the phone to one of my friends, just having a little chinwag with her. The AirPods are amazing, by the way. It's meant that I can actually clean and get on with so many more tasks now and actually speak to my friends and pass the time away or listen to audiobooks. So I highly recommend those. But another one of my favourite things recently has been TikTok videos. I am a little bit obsessed with TikTok recently, and I've recently made my own account of really fun videos. I'm not taking myself too seriously over there at all. I feel like TikTok is one of those places where it just needs to be really lighthearted and fun, and I've even got Adam in on the act. So if you want to see a couple of fun videos, husband and wife ones, kids ones, me on my own, making a fool out of myself dancing, then I'd highly recommend you checking it out. I'll leave the link below for you, but I'm just Ellis Sara Smith over on TikTok as well, and I really do encourage you to give it a go yourself. I feel like during this time at the moment, TikTok has been the one thing that's really given me a purpose to get up. And that sounds really silly, but we can really get in a place whereby we don't want to get up every morning. We have no reason to get up, get ready, put on makeup. And for me, putting on makeup, getting up and getting ready really makes me feel good. And it's something that I do on a daily basis. But to not have that, I have been struggling. I'm going to admit it. I've been really struggling and really down. And I feel like TikTok's really helped lift my mood. So I'd love to have you over there to give me a follow. Some of the videos are absolutely hilarious. I think they're so funny, and I've also shared a couple of them over on my Instagram as well, where I'm sharing one a day, but I've been making quite a few recently. But yeah, go and check it out if you're looking for a laugh, or if you're looking for something to do yourself to pass the time away. Just go over there. You can have a private account, other people haven't got to see it, but my one's obviously public for the whole world to see me make a fool out of myself.
Queen of hearts, when everyone folds, your fork still holds your place in your bed, showing no regret. Close your eyes to hide your lies, roll the dice.
So for anyone that was wondering, I was just waxing my table. So I really feel like it does need this every few months or so. It could probably be done with doing a lot sooner than that, but I just don't really have the time, and the kids do ruin it. But by putting on this wax, it really brings the colour back to life on it, and I really enjoy that. And then I always need to clean these windows as well. I think they're like my biggest bugbear. They're really hard work cleaning these ones, just because the table's in the way and stuff like that, and I can never open them up properly. But we always have this window open as well because it's downstairs and it's in the kitchen, and obviously I feel like this is the one that gets the dirtiest out of all of them. And so I feel like I need to go around and give these shutters a good clean. And again, I just use something like Dettol spray, or at the moment I'm using this product. Nothing too harsh, but obviously at the moment I'm being a bit more harsh with my chemicals that I'm using, just because obviously I want to stay safe and keep as many germs and viruses out of the home as possible.
Got me tiptoeing around you like you're made of glass. Got an invincible fence letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down, bound to lose, bound to get knocked right out of your boots when I use my witchcraft. You're playing it cool, all the rules, talking way too loud, and you're talking rude. You're playing a game, driving me insane. Your heart is back, and it's a fact, no turning back. You got me tiptoeing around you like you're made of glass. Got an invincible fence letting everyone know not to trespass. But use my witchcraft. When I use my witchcraft. Come on. You got me tiptoeing around you like you're made of glass. Got an invincible fence.
I also get a lot of questions quite regularly, actually, just asking me, do I struggle to keep on top of cleaning my white cupboard doors? And obviously because they're gloss as well, obviously a lot of people seem to think that they show up even more. But do you know what? I don't actually struggle. I've had gloss units now since, well, about 7 years I've had gloss units. I've always had gloss for as long as I can remember. And I had white gloss units, and then I had dark gloss units, and then I got white gloss. And I actually find the darker gloss harder to keep clean than the white gloss, surprisingly. Just because I feel like you can really see the reflections of handprints on the darker gloss, whereas on the white gloss, although food marks show up a lot more, you can clean those off quite quickly. You don't have to smear them as much and stuff like that. So I find them quite easy to maintain and keep clean, and I don't really struggle. They take me a couple of seconds to kind of whiz around, and then they're done. So I highly recommend white gloss. I actually really, really enjoy having them.
I use my witchcraft. When I use my witchcraft. Watch me use my witchcraft. I'm gonna use my witchcraft. What happened to us? What happened to all the love we always took for granted? Are we stranded? Is it too late? Is it too late to color feelings that have faded? Complicated. I'm waiting for an answer, waiting for a sparkle to come to ignite love. I need no second chances. I'm tired of romances without love. So where do we go when we can't find our way? I don't wanna be.
Now, I think this is one of the jobs that I hate the most. Cleaning around these baseboards and all the skirting boards and stuff like that around the home, I just really don't enjoy it whatsoever. They get really, really dirty, for starters, where things drop and then they splash up and stuff like that. Also, they're a really awkward angle to see. My ones don't clip on properly, weirdly enough, either. They always unclip, which is really frustrating. I just need Adam to put them back on properly. But I just can't do it myself. It's one of those jobs, you know, one of those really fiddly jobs that I wish I could do, but I just can't. And it's the simplest of jobs as well. I'm not one of those people as well. I will tackle anything and everything. And the one biggest thing that I hate not being able to do is I can't use a drill. For the life of me, I cannot use a drill. And it really aggravates me because I could get so much more done around my home if I could just use a drill, which is really, really annoying. So if you've got any tips for how to use a drill below, I mean, I'd really, really appreciate it, but it just never seems to work for me. But yeah, I'm just going to go around all those sorts of areas around the home that I feel like really need a good clean. And then I'm also going to clean out the washing machine as well. Now, for the time being, I'm just going to be cleaning off all of like the internal part of the washing machine and the outside of it. But later on in another video, I will actually be cleaning all of the inside of the washing machine, putting it on a really nice cleaning cycle and stuff like that, and cleaning more of like the drawers and stuff like that, because that does need to be done. That's a job I haven't got around to tackling yet. But this mold does build up, and a top tip that I always swear by and I always suggest to people is when you're putting your washing machine on a cycle, on a run, and you finish with it, leave the door open so it can air and dry out properly. That's a massive tip to stop that build up. But sometimes it's just impossible. And I feel like where our units are built in as well, it's even harder. And where our washing machine is positioned at the moment, we used to actually have a door. Long-time subscribers will know this. There was a door in our kitchen, and it meant that getting into our fridge freezer, and getting into our washing machine was practically impossible, and you had to shut that door every time. So We have gotten rid of that recently, and it has made life so much better. And it does now mean that actually I can leave this door wider open, but before I had to just kind of close, if that makes sense, and just be left on the latch open, which didn't let it air properly, and it is really frustrating, and the mold can build up really, really quickly. So I highly suggest just going around, giving it a really deep clean inside as well, because that's definitely needed. And now we are almost onto the fun stuff, which is the decorating part. Now, I've actually not bought any new Easter accessories this year. I love to decorate the house for Easter, especially having kids. I feel like it's a very American thing to do. So for all my American subscribers, I know you guys love this sort of thing, but I've done this for the last couple of years now, and I really love it. And for the last few years, I've added to my collection of Easter goodies. I love Home Sense and TK Maxx for this. However, the only new thing that I picked up was something that I picked up in a Home Bargains haul a couple of months ago now. It was just this really, really cute Easter bunting, which you'll see in a second, which I absolutely love. But I just love popping out Easter decor. I feel like the kids love it. And I love decorating for the seasons. It's kind of a way of kind of facelifting the house a little bit, changing things up without doing anything too drastic and too full on. So I don't feel like you need to go out and buy a load of stuff. Like I said, I've not bought anything new this year, but it's just a really nice way to change things up.
It's breaking my heart to see you acting like you don't care, like a nightmare. What happened to us? What happened to all the love we always took for granted? Are we stranded? I'm waiting for an answer, waiting for a sparkle to come to ignite love. I need no second chances. I'm tired of romances without love. So where do we go when we can't find our way? I don't wanna be alone. So what do we do when we're lost and depraved? I need you to show me the way.
Actually, I did tell a little Porky these little white bunny egg things I did pick up from Home Sense a couple of months ago as well, at the same time that I went Home Bargains. I've just remembered now I've put them out, but I picked them up as well. But that is it. And I also want to mention as well, we are now on the Easter holidays here in the UK. Our kids have officially broken up for Easter. And if any of you guys are sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, I've already been at home with the kids for God knows how many weeks already, I really don't know what to do with them during this time, then I highly recommend popping online. There's loads of Easter crafts, activities, fun things you can do, baking. There's so many things online that you can have a look at. So I highly recommend checking out online on the website, checking Pinterest for ideas and stuff like that, because that will really help inspire you. And did you see the Easter bunting? Super cute. I absolutely love it. And sorry if you can hear any dinging in the background. That is my son. They are out in the garden at the moment. I am filming this and editing and doing all of this whilst I've got the kids at home. So it's a struggle, but look at the bunting. Look how cute it is. I love it. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. We are now coming to the end. Like I said, I haven't got too full on with the decor, just in the areas that we really kind of see it the most. And let me know if you've enjoyed this more chatty video as well. If you have, I'd love to have you over here to subscribe, like this video. It really helps me know that you like this type of content. And I guess I will see you all in another video again very, very shortly. There's always lots of cleaning content as well as decor and so much more over here. But I hope you will stay safe, and I will see you soon. Bye guys.